Hi, James.
Dang it. It was like 3, 2. Hi, James. Hi, everyone.
You're welcome.
Welcome to BeerThralls Presents the Beer Protocol. I'm James. I'm drinking an iced tea because back issues again.
I'm Matt. I'm drinking Cape May Brewing Company hard lemonade. It's from
Nice.
my home state,
Of confusion. All
New,
right. So cheers.
New
Tink.
Jersey. Clink. Jerk.
All right. So last time we talked about Heimdall, and this week we're going to talk about his friend in the box, Skurge the Executioner.
Skurge the Executioner is a 4 physical, 3 energy, 2 mystic, 6 health, 3 threat, size 2, medium movement character. He has a builder, which is range 2, 6 dice. It only gains 1 power and has wild bleed. His spender is the executioner, range 3, 8 dice, 4 power. If the target already has the bleed special condition, you may re-roll up to 2 attack dice during this attack, and then on wild gives bleed.
God dang it.
He has Storm Giant Strength. Choose an interactive terrain feature of size 3 or less within range 2 and throw it short. Only use this once per turn. He's also got Right Hand Man. When an enemy character within range 2 of this character targets an allied character with an attack, this character may use this superpower. It's basically Shield Guard.
Mm-hmm.
He also has Aggressive, and he's an Asgardian. He's very,
And
very
his
simple,
his
but
hurt
very
side,
destructive.
I don't think there's any change. Maybe his health goes
One less
down.
health.
Yeah.
One less health.
Yep.
And his character arc gets so much cooler.
I mean, he does become very, very metal.
I
When,
kind of wish he was sculpted like the bottom of his card. That would be fucking awesome.
he's not even like hurt. He's just angry.
Awesome. I'm. Yeah, I mean, he's an Asgardian. He's a god. Well, he's technically a giant, so he's not a
Yeah,
god.
he's a storm
But
giant. So okay, yeah. God, like you needed more attacks than the Asgardians. Um,
I mean, it rolls right along, and now they have a nice shield guard.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're looking for a splash to do with Blade, this is what you use. Bleed everywhere.
I mean, isn't that just kind of concept of just dealing with Blade or playing with Blade in general?
I mean, he kind of fits in a lot of different factions if you need somebody who's going to hit something hard and give you a little bit of a shield guard. So, he's going to have power. He's an Asgardian. He always gets 2,
Who?
which means he can do right hand man every single turn off the bat.
Yep.
He's got insane attacks. And really, like, okay, other than Mystic Defense, he's got some pretty good defenses. Um,
Yeah.
I
I
mean,
mean, I do appreciate he's got the throw. So 9 times out of 10, you're going to be able to do that every turn if you don't need the shield guard. You just do one battle axe attack, you have it. You're guaranteed one.
he so so I looked at him and was like, he's just really simple. He is literally a I'm going to beat you in the face character. And then I really started thinking about everything that he can do, and I'm kind of like, I wouldn't use aggressive as much as you would think you would. Like,
um, it depends on why you brought him into the list.
so Asgardians has Thor, has a bunch of different people that are going to beat people in the face.
Hmm.
What they don't really have a lot of is I'm going to stand this point and just make you suffer for coming near it.
Isn't that called a Chantress?
No, Enchantress kind of pushes you around and makes you just annoyed. He is more of a uh, he's more of like for me he's more of like a point defense. Like maybe not sitting on an objective, but like making sure people don't take the flanks, making sure people don't come near another character. I mean, I can't think of, well, Enchantress is the only one I can think of that you would actually station him next to.
Yeah, I can definitely see that. And then being able to pair up right hand man with aggressive. So if someone is going to attack the Enchantress, you chunk the shot off to you, and then you take that and then move and advance closer. That way you can punish them for attacking Enchantress in the first place. I mean, a 6 dice builder is nothing to sneeze at.
Oh yeah, that's plus with bleed. I
Yeah.
mean, that's insane. But the thing is, like I said, I probably wouldn't use it. So here's the thing I kept thinking of. I use right hand man. I have aggressive. Um, I'm going to immediately walk short, be outside the 2 range to basically be able to use right hand man for the same character I did before.
Not necessarily. You don't have to be in front of the attack.
Well,
It's
let's
about
see.
positioning at that point. If you have him range 2 behind Enchantress,
Oh,
you shunt
actually,
it off. That gives him a free short move to get ahead, and then do what he needs to do in his following turn.
I read it wrong. When an enemy character within 2 of this character targets another allied character.
Oh, I read it wrong too.
Yeah, it is way better than I thought it was. Holy mackerel. Okay, so it could be like Bucky shooting halfway across the universe at a long range, and he just kind of goes, "I'm within 2 of you."
I actually don't like that as much. I'd rather be able to be to anywhere I want and then make the decision.
Um, yeah, he's got no way of
Because
pulling people to him, so
especially because with aggressive, the way it's worded, I don't have as long as I end closer, I advanced towards. It doesn't say directly towards,
that's true.
so I can't use aggressive as a repositioner.
You can a little bit. I mean, if you're within barely within 2
Well,
of a character,
as efficiently
yeah,
as I could with other bodyguards. I mean, he's still good. Don't get me wrong. I'm not arguing that aggressive with right hand man is just great.
yeah, yeah. And like I
But
said,
you be
I mean, his attacks are solid. I but the thing is,
well, I guess the question really got to ask yourself is he worth replacing a 3 point model in your list outside of if you're not playing as Guardians?
well, you play Black Order, so the answer is no for you.
Well, I mean, I play X Force too. I would maybe bring him into X Force.
I think there's better characters for you. Like Heimdall was better with X Force than this guy would be.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I said maybe. I do like the fact that he does have aggressive and he does have right hand manned on it. So when I do send him in, it's forcing you to take the attention off of Cable, off of Deadpool, off of Domino,
Yeah,
who I'm really, really wanting to be able to spend their activations, rapid firing basically. So by being able to, throw him in with right hand man in the middle, you have to deal with him. I mean, he appreciates the re rolls for bleed because just keeping bleed out there is great. It basically also gives me an extra shield, essentially, for a cable shield.
yeah, true.
So, I mean, is he the best choice? No.
Mhm.
But is he a bad choice? No, honestly.
Spire foes, I would probably not use him. Um, he doesn't really add anything, and I have Carnage, so it doesn't really matter. The bleed and stuff is cool, but eh. He kind of fits in with
He'd roll with Daredevil,
ooh,
wouldn't he?
um, you know what? I keep forgetting that Daredevil is actually now a leader in Criminal Syndicate.
You own the
Would
model, James. I mean,
would
he
he?
just
I
wants to
oh wait
play
wait.
aggressive as fuck.
I own the box. It has not been assembled. Um,
I mean, Daredevil just wants to play aggressive as fuck. I mean,
he
this is
kind of
aggressive as fuck.
he kind of would fit in with Daredevil and Criminal Syndicate. But the thing is, do I want to replace the 3 point model with
Well, don't
Scourge.
forget. Well, you're also running Criminal Syndicate Daredevil, which is different than the list you run with Kingpin.
See, but I can
100%.
still run Kingpin in that one too, and he can still be aggressive. It's just that he's a little slow. But hmm, I don't know.
I wouldn't run him in Kingpin because honestly, I wouldn't want him sitting on a point. He, I view him more as my question than an answer when coming to building a list. He's only 3 points. So if I lose him, I mean, it's not the end of the world, but I'm forcing my opponent to deal with it because if they don't, they're going to get builders of 6 dice right up the ass, followed up by an
Mhm.
executioner, and they're going to be bleeding.
Yep.
Um, or are they going to try and attack something else, and then I'm going to make them attack me anyway, and I'm going to get deeper into their backfield and cause problems?
Six. Let's
I could
see.
use him
That's
as a point to set up.
two sides are wilds. So you've got a 1 in 5 chance by 6. So you have like
Come on, James, you could do it.
I'm working out the curve. You're running around a pretty high percentage. So you're still running
Yeah,
around 33, 35% of getting a bleed off on a basic battle axe attack.
yeah.
Like other things can modify that, but you're still there's a pretty good chance dice wise to have that happen.
Hmm.
Um, Now you saying making him a question, not an answer, is now making me reconsider putting him into a criminal syndicate list with Kingpin.
Uh, yes
And
and no, because you're already asking a pretty big question just by bringing Kingpin already. That's hard to deal with.
well, because we like sitting on points and grabbing objectives and just kind of sitting on stuff. Using him as a cruise missile just to drive down the center into the middle of people and then go, oh, cool, you wanted to attack Kingpin who's sitting on a point. You're within 2 of this guy. Like it is making him a question that they have to answer or work around.
Hmm.
Now, once again, is like okay, so
Well, but that's what I'm saying. In your Kingpin list,
hmm,
switching out those 3 points, I don't think is worth it for him.
yeah, probably not.
Doing it with Daredevil and keeping your ninjas around to add the extra, to add those
Yeah.
extra attacks, because now you can spend his 2 to keep your ninja alive in order to keep your plan rolling faster.
Nah, just let ninjas die, whatever.
But I'm
Um,
just
Now
or taking the pressure off of Daredevil himself, or
taking out
Elektra.
Elektra and putting in him is a kind of a good idea.
Yeah.
Um, like okay, so he's Asgardians. Has he fit into an Asgardian list?
Uh, as Guardian is very much just adding more to more makes more better. Well, with Heimdall giving the rerolls, right,
Yeah,
and having him in there, it better forces the bleed to happen because you got to remember, bleed is still 1 point of health. It's a paper cut, but when you only have 6 health, you can only, and then you're constantly getting attacked. That paper cut matters eventually.
and if you're doing 3 damage on a builder on average,
So
um,
you're guaranteeing
damage
almost
ish,
4 if unless somebody wants to give up an activation to get rid of bleed.
4 damage and a
Which
possible bleed. Yeah,
that's that could wipe out a character,
yeah.
especially if they've already activated.
He
So,
is he's just straightforward. I just don't see.
but straightforward's not bad. I mean, like you were saying, Enchantress, I would bring him to sit there and protect Enchantress. Put him in the middle of a pile. Ask the question in Asgardian, because that's the one thing Asgard doesn't really do is ask a lot of questions. They're a big fucking hammer, and they just
Yeah,
treat everything as a nail. He literally is a precision axe. Not to quote, not to make analogies off the card. You can send him up, force him to ask the question. Now they can't really get to Chantress as easy. It gives time for Thor to get up and set up. It gives
hmm
time for Angela to get up and set up. It gets time for Loki to set up. Like he's a good piece to throw up there, cause problems, get your pieces where they need to go, and pound.
Good point.
Es- Especially if you're bringing Loki and the Enchantress.
That's a good point.
Otherwise, how else are you going to get them up? You have to bring a bodyguard just to protect them. Now he technically bodyguards for more things now.
That's true. Yeah, I like that idea. That's a good idea. Um, Final thoughts?
I after discussing him, I really didn't think a lot of this until sitting down right now because I was talking with Jake because he was up for the day. Talking with Jake about it, and I was like, I don't know, I don't know. I actually might buy this Asgardian box, and
Hmm.
while not playing Asgard, he's a good just splasher around just in case you need it. Um, Along with Heimdall, because I mean he'll just fit right in my X Force, so kudos to that. But I like him. He's a good, solid 3-pointer that I can bring to switch out as needed. At 3 points, it's a lot easier to do.
Mm-hmm.
So if I know, because I would definitely bring him against your criminal syndicate because he can fuck your guys up.
And because we sit on points and we kind of guard things, yeah, you're going to be in the mix, and we're going to be targeting things outside of our normal ranges. You're going to
And
be
you have,
standing there within 2 of me, and you're going to be like, "Cool, I attack you."
especially if you hit me with aggressive and I only take 1 point of damage, I'm gonna get up there. By the time it's my turn, I'm gonna have tons to go. Cool, spending two.
Actually,
Cool,
that's
spending two.
yeah. Now that I'm thinking about it, I gotta watch out for that because it's really going to be cool. I'm within 2 of you. I take the damage. Cool, aggressive happens. I now move towards the next character that could activate. Get closer to them because if I'm now within 2 of them, I've still got some energy from the attack that you hit me with. Unless you
Yep,
did like 1 point, I can do it again and be right next to this person. So yeah,
yep,
you could ping pong them down the board.
yep. Like I
Mm,
said, he asked a pretty good question because now the thing of right hand man again, that's a good bodyguard. That's a
yeah,
very good bodyguard.
because you don't have to stand all the way in the back to defend somebody or stand near somebody. You just got to be near the person that's going to be attacking.
Yep.
Cool. Yeah, I for 3 points, he is an excellent character. Um,
And I like the fact they don't mind using him as a sacrifice to set up the rest of the team. They take a lot of practice, don't get
yeah.
me wrong, but he's a good sacrificial piece. And then he gets to do it again on the second side.
Now, we usually don't say anything like, "Oh, this is a sacrificial piece," because there's a lot of characters that you're like, no, they can be useful the entire time. You don't want to sacrifice this character.
And that's
I
what I like about
kind of agree. Like he's really good to just throw him in as you're positioning everyone else, like running past hammers just to get into the middle of everyone else and just be like, "Cool, hi, how you doing?" Like
yeah,
first turn, move.
yep.
Dang,
I would have no problem with that at all.
cool.
And then if it doesn't get sacrificed, even better.
Yep.
It is worth the 3 point loss to screw you up for 2 turns.
And even like, God, with Storm Giant Strength, you just have the ability to start throwing things to size 3. So it's just like,
Yeah,
oh, that this car's in my way. That's a shame. Mm.
exactly. I mean, he's in. You're like I said, you're almost guaranteed to get the 3 every turn. If you
All
can
right.
get one attack off, you got it.
Well, that's Scourge. So,
I think that's the quickest we've ever got over a model.
yeah. Well, Jake's not here to talk, so. Uh, so, really quick announcements. August 20th through the 21st, we are doing Extra Life on our Twitch stream. We will be doing the Extra Life this year. Our goal is $1,000, and we are trying to raise money for the Children's National in DC. This, like I said, would be our 5th year doing it. The last 4 years, I think we got over $1,000.
Hmm.
And this year we're trying to do the same. And please join us. If you go to our Facebook page, you'll also see the announcements there. Yeah. So game off.
Yeah. Bye.